NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One, a full day here from Knoxville. This is what took place at 5:02 p.m. here at Cherry Parker Lee Stadium. The final out for Miami of Ohio to advance past North Carolina, ending the Tar Heels season as we take a look at the bracket. Pitchers in the country and Carlin Pickens of Tennessee.
Yeah, almost ended that game in a shutout before squeaking across a couple runs. It was a team that very uncharacteristic, the silence at the plate, but again, you look out at
those hitters in this Buckeye lineup with Burns.
You're bound to see a ball leave the yard against a team like Ohio State. And as a pitcher, you're bound to give one up. But how you can limit the damage is not getting
5-4 decision for Ohio State, talking about getting a hold of one. The wind helps to carry that one out. On cue, a 3-run blast over the left field wall for Cammy Quartercracks. A matter of time before the Buckeyes send the bomb out.
To me, it felt like a ticking time bomb. We didn't see this team really make a ton of noise against Tennessee. And coming in an elimination game, again, it was just a matter of time before Ohio State catches one out of this yard.
And Milliken ropes it in to left. Right there is Kaylee O. And the first out recorded of the inning. Caitlin Farley, first pitch swinging, and now 2 down. So a couple of fly out. Coach Sammy Buick, who was on the other side in a Red Hawk uniform last season, followed Kumar here to Ohio State, and 3 fly outs and 3 outs.
With brand new coach Mandy Gardner-Colgate about just the standard of this team, the expectation for this team despite the newness.
And Shelby Kunkel leads it off here, and continuing this group, the trio of seniors that you're referencing. The 3-2 to O. And she's caught looking. And the walk to Parks, clapping it up to the dugout. There's a point in the season where they said, oh, we believe. That was against the Nebraska Cornhuskers in conference play as McKenna Campbell is retired. And everyone looked around and said, oh. In Red Hawk history, or jersey retired, as Ella Carter hits the grounder over to the right side, and that ends the inning. So the leadoff single. And Reeves, who was the MAC freshman pitcher a season ago, sophomore campaign, still looking strong. She strikes out Morgan Fry. Again, we saw them battle against North Carolina in that opening round game. But the
prepare to call a game for this team is, you can't not personify this squad as a home run hitting team, right? They lead the nation. The numbers tell the story, but when you ask this team.
Hadley Parisian, who walked her first time up, gets it through the right side. An aggressive base running by Skylar Lamone puts her. The 2-2 well out in front, and the changeup changing things for Madeline Reed. Jenna Golombowski hits this one into shallow left, and in between 2 defenders, and Golombowski leads it off with a single. So back teams with 12 national championships. She's a part of the AUSL this summer. Kat Osterman, a name that certainly rings a bell for many, especially for Texas fans, is Holly Merritt. Players like a Monica Abbott. And that one's lined out to first base. the double play, the tag up as we move to the third.
You would know through your entire career. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think that the field is wide open this season. Oklahoma joining the SEC for the first year. They win the regular season title. They share, and that's the question on the line right now.
Reagan Milliken lifts this one high into right center, and it's gone. Oh, Milliken, her second home run of the weekend. A solo blast, and the lead extends out to 4 now. 3 players for the Buckeyes with 20 or more home runs.
If you're gonna give up a shot, Reeves happy that it's only a solo shot at that, because this is a team that is bound to leave the yard and limiting it, because
the Lady Vols await the winner of this one in this do or die matchup for Ohio State and Miami of Ohio, and the strikeout for Caitlin Farley. And what a snag there by Erin Pinter at third to get out of the end.
147 innings on this freshman arm, and she is anything but a youngster anymore.
And Hernandez sends this one and the fly out to center field.
Michael was the one that suggested that she join us for our pre-tournament interviews and chats, and really vouched for her maturity.
Quarter cracks, making the throw in time. Good athletic. And she almost was able to snag that. Tried to get it back and flip it over. And the throw wide, or the toss wide there, if you will. Nursing student, came to Miami of Ohio because of the opportunity to pursue a career, and that's the type of swing that they want to see out of Chloe Parks, and the RBI single in the center, and the Redhawks on the board. That's exactly what she has done all season long for this group.
And this was actually the call to action too from Gardner Colgate in our mid-game interview, that Reeves giving them way in the circle, buying them time. Tennessee fans that have been doing some wild dances to
Yes.
Top Night Joe.
Did we see a little river dance?
We
or
did.
something?
We
Yeah,
saw,
okay.
yeah.
McKenna Campbell pops out to short, but not before. And a 4-pitch walk to lead it off here as the nation's. And Lamone strokes that one into right. Good piece of hitting there from Lamone.
That is her bread and butter. An entire dugout full of heroes that can do the job.
This one lifted in the outfield, giving chase, the diving effort from Golembiowski. It falls, 1 run comes across. Morgan Fry plates the 5th run of the game for Ohio State. And another base hit. That one's gonna roll to the gap. 2 runs gonna come across the score. So back-to-back doubles for the Buckeyes, and they stretch this lead out.
Well, this is how this team identifies themselves, as gap-to-gap, hard contact swingers. The home runs just happen. They're a result of the approach at the plate, hunting pitch.
Stands in, lifts this one into the outfield on the warning track. And loud out number 1. Quarter cracks, unloads on this one over the left field wall. No doubt about it. third multi-game home run or home run game for Cammie. Quarter cracks.
Swing is filthy. Look at the lower body. Unloads the clip on this swing. You get a sense of that replay, right? That is just a beautiful shot of the power. I mean, not barely getting out of this ballpark. Not barely getting, it's tough, right? Where do you go here if you are the staff trying to find a way to squeak another out on the board? Reeves coming in for relief for Chevy. Chevy getting banged around early in this game, and you're just facing a potent offensive team in Ohio State.
And the second baseman hits it over to second. And good handle of the hop from Parks, and 2 away.
We talked about Southeast Louisiana, the upset against LSU. They're going to face off again tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. You and I both.
I'm gonna use your strategy.
All the screens.
All the screens. Buick over to third, and that ends the inning. But Miami of most wins among all Division I freshmen. Just the second Big Ten freshman with 20 wins or more in the last 5 years. And Butte allows a base runner as that one hits. Last year coming off of All-America honors. Golombowski flies out to left. She's retired. And Patton strikes out. Warren Butte with a trio of the 0-2 offering. And jammed inside and pops out to first. Ohio State cruising in this one after 4 up. Krieger, who came in relief last inning, walks Fry. So back-to-back walks to lead off the inning.
Very traditional.
Oh,
no walk-up
okay.
songs. Not in Patty Gasso's house.
When you're winning championships like that, you stick with that. Skylar Lamone strikes out first for Shelby Krieger. Pitch it up.
And an offense who's been turning it on,
Yes.
providing her some protection.
A chopper over to third. They look to get the force out at second. Couldn't get out of the glove for Parks to try to. Hadley Parisian unloads, gets a hold. Nobody in the bleachers. It's okay. It pops right back on the field. 2-run shot. So the regional tracker for home runs across the sites, we've seen 19 leave the park.
It's the 21st home run of the season for Parisian. This one, again, the walks coming back to haunt Miami. Way out of the yard. I mean, this is the Ohio State team we knew was going to come into this regional.
Yes, indeed. If you've listened in, we're foodies, we're music heads, we're all the things as Jasmine Burns flies out to center field. And now the season for Miami of Ohio down to their Hernandez goes down swinging the check swing, and so you think about the senior class.
Feel so proud.
And grounder over to first. 2 away.
The senior season is a leader. The young woman got a bright career in front of her.
And the walk to Kaylee O allows Chloe Parks to come up to bat. Likely for the last. That one gloved up by Milliken, and that does it. The Ohio State Buckeyes with a run rule victory and advancing to the regional final for the first time since 2018, but they did so in impressive fashion. Most runs for the Buckeyes in program history in an NCAA tournament, and a showdown ahead tomorrow. Meanwhile, hats off to the Red Hawks of Miami University. The terrific season that they had. Noon Eastern, the showdown, the rematch that we saw to start off this day as Ohio State and Tennessee, the number 7 seed,